Hey Rio, how are you?
Hey John, I'm doing well. How's yourself?
Good, thank you. And we've been trying to put this chat together for a while, haven't we? But here we are.
Yeah, we've finally managed to get it. The stars have aligned.
And it's a busy time, of course, for Dark Tropics. Lots going on.
Oh yeah,
You're prolific, which I really like, and varied.
thank you.
I think that's a fair assumption or a fair description.
100%. I'm what if people are speaking nicely about me, they would probably say I'm erratic. But I'm a very erratic person. I jump from obsession to obsession. Different things grip me, and I think that comes across in the music. I am very bad at sticking to one distinct theme the entire way through. Which perhaps may be a little frustrating for some of our fans, but it's, I guess, the most authentic way of understanding who we are, Dark Tropics, you know?
Yes. And I think as long as you have that underlying factor of Dark Tropics, I,
Oh,
I think the best artists in the history of music. My all-time favorite musician is David Bowie, and no albums are ever the same. You gotta keep moving and keep people on their toes and yourself on your toes.
yeah. Yeah, I knew you were going to say David Bowie because whenever people talk about variants in themes and genres, it's Bowie was king for that.
And when you have those moments of diversity within your music, does that come from a jam with you and Jared, or is there a preconceived thought where you go, do you know what? This is going to be glam rock?
Uh, it's a 50-50. The most recent one was I just sort of decided, you know what? I kind of want to write something that's a bit faster, a bit heavier. This is not talking about Whispers because Whispers was one that was recorded right at the very start.
Yes, great.
But recently there's been a few things and I've just sort of sent Jared the lyrics and sent him kind of an audio of what I wanted to sound like and then said, this is the BPM I want. I want it to be heavy. I want these instruments to feature very heavily, which 90% of the time is bass. I love bass. I think a good bass line makes a song.
Oh, now you're talking. Yeah.
And yeah, and if the bass line isn't right, it's probably the first thing that I'll say. Uh, so it's usually just a bit of a notion. I'll take a notion for it. But music is it's such an emotional thing. So it can be completely swayed by your emotions as well. I mean, if I've had a particularly good day or a particularly bad day, or I'm feeling particularly upset about something, that will obviously influence what's being written at the time. Not particularly in how it's released, because we just end up with this massive catalog of demos and then we kind of pick and choose
Right.
which ones we want to put forward and get over that finish line.
Sure. And I think as well, stylistically, when you do move around, it can, of course, be, it can come from a certain mood that you have. But also, as you mentioned earlier, it's that kind of sort of temporary obsession where you go into one thing and then another and another thing. I do that too. I mean, I'll jump into a band one day,
Yeah.
I'll go down an absolute rabbit hole and not come out for 3 days, and then I might listen to them again for 6 months. But I think that's kind of healthy too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I feel like I'm putting a lot of emphasis on the eroticism of my personality, but it's not just that. We knew the most recent one, Whispers, we recorded that back in 2018. Um, and it since we had the demo, it's been everyone's favorite. So we started trialing it at gigs when we had a few heavier tunes that would kind of lead into it quite nicely. We started trialing it, and it's the one song that gets the best reaction from all of our fans, from everyone who comes to see us. That's the one song that everyone remarks on.
Yeah.
So we weren't sure whether it would fit with ink, and it very much doesn't. So it was very much setting out an avenue to be able to release that as well. And kind of leading into it quite nicely. We do have some more songs for release. We were going to release Whispers last, but it was highly recommended that we released it first, simply because everyone loved it. And yeah, the reaction to it has been insane. It's been amazing. I have friends, previous colleagues, acquaintances that I haven't seen for a very long time, sending me messages about the song, which is insane. You know, people that I haven't spoken to since maybe some of them 2016. So releasing Whispers did as much as it was for us, it was also for the fans, I guess, for the people that listen to us, for the people that have listened to us from the start, that come to our gigs, that love that song, that have asked for that song to be released.
So I suppose in a way, is it a bridge then into the next stuff? Is that the clever positioning of Whispers to kind of go, we're going to take you here, and then we're going to take you further here.
Perhaps. I think for some of the things that we perhaps haven't yet got ready for release. We do have some things for release that I think do tie in quite well. Some of them that hark back to your roots a bit more, some of them that kind of stay in that direction that we've been going in. But we also have a lot of things that aren't ready for release that we're working on for live shows. Um, and I think it does give perhaps a bit of a taste of the direction that we're moving in.
You've got a show coming up, big show at
Oh
the.
yeah.
You've done a lot of
Yeah.
support. This is a headline, and
Mhm.
it must be really buzzing about this one, and dying to get it right, which you will.
Yeah. I mean, it's been so long. It has been so long since we've done a headline show, being able to do whatever we've wanted. I'm very, very excited. Most of all, I'm just excited to interact with people. I think, like, the show's going to be really good fun. I'm very excited to bring music to people, but more than anything else, it's going to be the atmosphere of it. Um, Being able to see a lot of the fans that we haven't seen in a very long time, uh, especially having another perhaps more accessible show in Belfast because the tickets are relatively cheap and some of the previous shows that we've done in Belfast perhaps weren't as much. Um, so perhaps weren't maybe as accessible. I mean, I remember being a student and not being able to afford to see the gigs that I really, really, really wanted to see.
Right.
So yeah, it's that's another part of it that I'm very excited for. We're gonna definitely try and make it a very sort of cozy and relaxed vibe and a lot less polished, I guess, than our other stuff, in that there's going to be a lot more back and forth.
Great. And I think it's excellent as well that for the support slot, you've opened it out to upcoming artists who might want to fancy supporting Dark Tropics on the night, because that could be a very big
Yeah.
moment for someone to look back on, especially.
Well, yeah, we still haven't chosen a support yet. We're still working on it. We have a lot of really, really good people in, and we have some that there's a few that I've wanted to perform with for a very, very long time. But it's just trying to work out. Um, well, I'm saying work out. I believe we're doing it by random draw.
Oh, really?
We haven't, if we can't decide, we're going to do it by random draw.
But not random, surely, in the sense that you just put everything in, because you could end up with like somebody plays the spoons.
Yes, that it will be narrowed down. It'll be narrowed down first, but then random draw.
Interesting. So let's remind everybody, venue, oh yeah, center, date, and where do they get the tickets?
Yeah, we are playing a headline gig in the OES Centre on the 12th of June, which, as from the date of this interview, is next Thursday. Um, and you will be able to find tickets if you go to our Instagram page, Dark Tropics Music. You will be able to find tickets through the link in our bio, or you will also be able to find tickets through the Oh Yeah website.
Great. I hope you get a full house. I'm sure you will. And it's
Yeah.
an exciting time for the band.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. So I'm looking forward to hearing the next track.
Yeah. Well, we'll make sure that it gets sent out to you.
So, Rio, best of luck with it all. Nice to have our chat at last. And I look forward, as I say, to the next song, the next video, and the next headline tour around the States.
Oh, yeah. It was absolutely great to get chatting to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. You know how much we appreciate it and how much we appreciate the support. And yeah, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
Have a great night then at the show, and I'll see you soon, Rio, okay?
See you later, John. Thank you so much.